All right, guys, welcome back to the nursing channel. I got a special guest again. His name is Will John. He's also a nurse. And the last time you saw Will John on this channel, he was working as a home health nurse. Now, Will John, let him know what position are you in now?
I work in corrections now. I worked in the prison system and I also work in the jail.
Okay, so right now you're currently working for a jail?
I'm working for the Roseville and Auburn jail
Okay, so you're working for a jail as a nurse?
as a nurse.
Perfect. What got you interested in working for a jail?
Yeah. So I was working in the prison. If you want to know what got me interested in working in prison, there's a video. Scroll down, try to find it. It's good. And now the prison that I was working was kind of far. It was like 3 hours away.
Wow, that's a long commute, man.
It was long. I stayed there for about a year, and I found a jail that was only 15 to 30 minutes away. So I'm glad.
Okay, so you already kind of have been in that type of setting where it could potentially be hostile.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Describe. Are there any specific requirements you need to have before you apply for a position at a jail?
I think you just need to be a nurse for a year. I think that's pretty much all they need.
So just anywhere in any setting, they just need you to have a year of experience as a nurse.
That's what I believe.
Oh, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too complicated to get to pursue that path, right?
Not too complicated. Straightforward. Same thing with the prison.
Mm-hmm.
I think a year of nursing should be good for you.
Perfect, man. Let's go on to the next question. Describe the jail setting. What can future nurses that want to work in the jail, what kind of setting would they be working in?
Yeah, so if you want to know the difference between a jail and a prison, a jail is where people are arrested and they're brought into a place before they go to court and they are convicted. Once they're convicted, they can either be set free, or once the decision is made, they can either be set free or they can be convicted and then go into prison. So prison, that's where they are sentenced for a longer time. So in a jail, the difference is people are more unstable. And once they go into the prison, that's when they got institutionalized and they start becoming more stable. So if you are in a jail, that's when you see patients who are completely drugged up, who are completely drunk, who are completely suicidal or mental or have huge problems in their life, and they're very confused. So different from a prison, right?
So would you say like the inmates in a prison are more compliant than the inmates at a jail?
Definitely.
Okay.
Much more.
Yeah.
Inmates at a prison are institutionalized. At a jail, they're unstable.
Wow. Okay. Describe some of the patients you work with at a jail.
The patients usually
You already kind of touched up a little bit on that. You said they're unstable.
they're unstable.
They're unstable. They can be drugged up.
If I could maybe reword it a little bit, like what
Or under the influence of a drug.
Under the influence of a drug, for sure.
Yeah.
We have two different kinds of nurses in the prison. We have the floor nurse, and they deal with all the patients that have come in already. And then what you were talking about, when they're usually unstable, is the admission nurse. And that's where you wait for the prisoners, the inmates, to come in, and you screen them, and that's where they're really unstable.
Okay. Awesome. Just describe to me what were your main duties as a jail nurse?
My main duties. Yes, sorry. Maybe I was a little ahead of myself, but yeah, those are the two main duties. You have the admission nurse, or it's kind of like a triage nurse.
Okay.
Or you're the floor nurse. Those are the two main duties as a nurse in the jail. Okay. The admission nurse, they wait for new arrestees to come in, and then we have to see if they're medically cleared to enter to the jail. If they're not medically cleared, we bring them to the hospital. And there are things that we watch out for. See, we have something called cows. And for cows, these are for people who might end up withdrawing on opiates. is people withdraw a lot in the jail. With Siwa, these are for people that might be withdrawing on alcohol, and this is very deadly. So you really have to watch out for that.
So those are like protocols, or
These are protocols
okay,
that we put in place. If we believe they will be withdrawing from opiates, it's cows.
okay.
We believe they'll be withdrawing from alcohol, it's Siwa. And if we believe they're suicidal or a danger to others, it'll be a suicide or safety cell where it's padded.
Interesting.
Another thing that we look for is cows 0 is for people who don't need medications. Siwa 0, they don't need medications. For withdrawals, we just check on their vitals just to make sure. And if anything goes further and their vitals become unstable, we move them to a 1 status. This is when we give them actual medication to help them with their withdrawals.
Oh wow, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. And what are your work hours working at a jail? Are
Nice.
you doing 8-hour shifts or?
It's 12 hours.
Oh, 12-hour shifts. That's
Yeah.
very nice, guys. So if you guys are looking to get into the jail setting, you get to work 12-hour shifts. So that's 3 days a week, or?
3 days a week,
Nice. 4 days off, huh?
4 days off.
Man, that must be nice. You can go on vacation
Yeah.
or you got 4 days to spend time with your family, hang out with your friends.
That's right.
Awesome. And all right. And what are the times that you work?
I usually work from 6:45 to 7:15
Okay. So 6:45 in the morning,
in the morning.
7:15.
7:15. If
in
you're
the
a
evening.
floor nurse, you kind of just switch that around. 6:45 p.m. to 7:15 a.m.
Okay.
Just switch it around.
That's awesome, bro. And how would you describe the pay?
The pay isn't as good as the prison for sure.
Okay.
Usually in California, the state pays more, but since it's a jail, the jail are under the county and not under the state, and they pay usually less. I get in the 50s
50s range.
50s range. In the prison I was in the 70s range.
And also like in the 90s range at one point.
At one point there are people who get in the 90s range, especially during COVID in the prison.
Yeah. Okay. So you took kind of a pay cut, but the trade-off is you don't work 8-hour shifts anymore. You work 12-hour shifts.
Yeah. Not just that, it's closer to my house.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, that was it for our video. If you guys are interested in pursuing a career as a jail nurse, these are some of the things you're going to be experiencing. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to put that in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. This is Nurse Sam.
Nurse Will John.
And we're out. Peace.